The Thunder control the tap. To Westbrook from long range. His first effort off the mark. Tucker to Paul. Capella. Capella shots off.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
Westbrook to Adams. Gets a look. Can't hit. Harden with it up top. Looking to make something happen with James Harden. Muscle memory. Gets it to go. Can only imagine how frustrating that is to stop.
It's beyond an arduous task for the defender. I'm getting frustrated even talking about it. Let me tell you 2 reasons why. Number 1, he's been top 5 in the league since the 2012-13 season in free throws attempted per game. That's pretty impressive. Will make any defender hesitant. And number 2, whenever the league implements a rule about you, call it the Harden rule, for his knack for drawing cheap fouls, that's going to make any defender have a difficult time guarding Mr. Harden.
Westbrook to George. Adams. Shot by Adams. Off iron. No.
Woo, I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Inside, he scores.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Harden with a shot, won't go. To Adams. George to Westbrook. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. Harden to Anthony. 4-3. Off the iron. No good. Paul George. Great dish to set it up. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
And you best believe that every one of those that goes in fills the confidence meter.
To P.J. Tucker, and it's George with the block shot.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Oklahoma City's got it. To Westbrook. Sizing up the defense. Lays it up and in. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Westbrook with it. Down 2. Russell Westbrook powers it through. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
The Thunder will use a timeout as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. George. Layup goes down. Well done.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
To Paul. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
It's a big finish.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Thunder with the basketball. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down. We've seen Paul George's game evolve in recent years. Mixed results, Jay. How does he get back to being that elite two-way guy?
I think he needs to find a way to be aggressive. Let me bring you in and tell you what he dealt with this past year. When you're a guy who's used to having the ball in your hands, you can make more mistakes because you have more possessions. Then all of a sudden, when you play with a ball-dominant guard like Russell Westbrook, you don't have the ball as much, which means you try to make more out of less opportunity that you have. You force the action way more. Look for Paul George to be way more assertive in this game and find his rhythm by having the ball in his hands.
Runner's good there.
Look, I get it. Fans are always going to wonder what if. But James Harden is not the player he is today if he was still part of the Big Three. Leaving OKC unleashed a part of him he never knew he even had. And that's why today, you fear the beard.
Harden. Add 2 points to the board.
The assist from number 42, Nene.
First quarter's complete. The Rockets with the lead. One quarter in the books, and Jay, naturally, both coaches wanted to get more stops. But boy, was that fun to watch.
If anything on this game, Ed, you have to expect the unexpected. When players have range that extend outside the gymnasium, oh, we're going to get a chance to watch something special.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. And he knocks it down. Jay, nice look right there.
If you're coaching against this player, you have to throw some fake traps, some fake schemes. How are you making this player think instead of just naturally reacting?
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
And now Houston has the basketball to P.J. Tucker. Beyond the arc for three, and the Thunder with the rebound. To Schroeder. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
When I think about the biggest international names in the game today, Dennis Schroeder's name probably isn't the first that comes to mind. But did you know that he's one of only 3 players to ever play in the league from Germany? Detlef Schrempf, Dirk Nowitzki, and Dennis Schroeder. He is a blur with the basketball, and he will be the first or second option offensively down the court each and every possession.
Working hard on the glass. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He's a scorer and an elite passer.
Tucker. To Westbrook for 3. That no good, off the mark. Paul, there's the toss. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. To Paul. Lets it fly from long range, and CP3 knocks it down from 3.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Westbrook into the front court. 5-point game. George. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Anthony. Oh, it's blocked by Adams.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And so many players, when they come into the paint, they come in with that soft approach. He didn't come in soft at all. He came in with aggression, and he went through the defender. Through, not around. That's key.
Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. James Harden. Harden's shot won't go down. Westbrook with the basketball. Down just a couple. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
It's in the hands of Harden. To Anthony. Oh, had him going there for a second. To P.J. Tucker. Nothing going here on that drive. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores. Knowing Carmelo Anthony, the competitor, you know he wants to do the same things as he was doing 5 years ago. Can he?
Well, the answer easy is no. Your mind is telling you yes, but your body is saying the exact opposite. The next step for Carmelo Anthony is to understand that he needs to keep it simple. If he's a catch-and-shoot player, help provide spacing and open up that lane for other players to attack.
James Harden fires for 2. The shot no good by Harden. Westbrook across the timeline. Under a minute to go before halftime. Adams. Adams' shot can't hit it. To Capella. The drive right to the basket. Knocks it down from mid-range. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Paul George to Westbrook. Has a look.
That's short.
Can't connect. Not the best shot with the defender right there.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
It's Russ at the controls. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
That's it. First half has come to an end with the Rockets in front.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Paul into the front court. 2-point advantage. Paul to Anthony. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul to P.J. Tucker. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Harden to the basket, but his shot stays out.
I give this defense so much credit. Sometimes it pays major dividends to have players that are willing to get their nails dirty. Just dig their hands in the dirt, and that's what kind of stand they're making on the defensive end.
Paul into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Anthony with a shot. That won't go.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Nice pass to set things up.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Fires the 3. Cleans it up. Offensive board. That's blocked by Capella.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Here's a chance from long range, and it's good. Oklahoma City ball. Knocked loose. Rockets have it.
Neck and neck. They couldn't get anything on that possession. Let's see if we can get a bucket in transition.
And counted at the rim.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
To Paul George from long range. Not that time. He misses. Harden into the front court. Leads a bucket. Anthony to Capella. Two-point shot for James Harden. Harden's shot no good.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Won't go. He can do better than that.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
And a nice finish at the rim.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Capella. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one. To Adams. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And Melo will be the first one to tell you this. He's not ready to be a role player just yet. He can still put up points in bunches. Didn't shoot the ball that well last year, averaged around 16 a game, the lowest total of his 15-year career.
Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
We'd like to take this opportunity to thank the fans who volunteered.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
If you would like to participate in an upcoming event,
Knocked loose. Paul. Inside, he scores.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
From the painted area, won't go down. Westbrook into the front court. The lead is 2. Westbrook knocks it down. Jay, if you're Russell Westbrook, how do you take on the responsibility of getting them over the hump?
You have to own it. And that starts with owning the fact that, yes, you were the first player in the history of the game to average a triple-double back-to-back years, but that did not equate to your team being successful. Sometimes less is more. And he has to make sure that he's surrounded and allowing the players he's surrounded with to help him get to the next level.
Russ at the controls. Can't get past the defender. Russell Westbrook powers it through. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Nothing going here on that drive. And the finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shot's no good. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Thunder with... It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway. OKC ball. Westbrook to George. A shot rejected by Capella.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Tucker. Paul. It's been a good night from beyond the arc. He's 5 of 6 from deep.
It's called room and rhythm, Ed. If you don't crowd him defensively, you allow him to have room, he will find that rhythm from behind the arc.
Little R&R has never hurt anybody, Jay.
Number 13.
To Paul. Capella to Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, he just continues to pour it in from downtown. He's 6 of 7 from 3.
This is probably the time that you adjust your defense, maybe play some zone, maybe a box and one, or maybe just double team.
Wide open look won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
The pass set it all up.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. It goes down.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Chance for Chris Paul and a putback slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Thunder with the basketball. Westbrook. 4-3. No good. Tosses. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass. Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. George. A pass taken away by the Rockets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Paul George. To Adams. Count the basket.
Closing out or contesting his shot is a really bad idea because now the offense knows they can extend you away from the basket, and that's away from your original position as being a help defender.
The Thunder have the possession. To the rim, lays it up and in.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Knight into the front court. All tied up, just underway in this 4th quarter. Looks like the ball was still in the cylinder. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Westbrook with it. Our score all even here in the 4th quarter. Westbrook fires the 3. Tucker with the rebound. Anthony to Harden. Harden shot, no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. Knocked loose. Now Adams down low. Steven Adams with the slam.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Paul to Harden. And scores. Nice footwork to get around the defender.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
And the basket good at the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Harden And knocks it down. And Jay, the system produces once again. The way he gets to the line, you have to respect every part of his game.
He is an occupational hazard for referees. He's the MVP of drawing fouls. He constantly baits the defender, which makes the defender's hands drop, which allows James Harden to drop buckets on you.
Driving right to the basket. Stuffs it down with authority.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. Now the Rockets will use a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Tucker. Paul. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Paul George. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
No. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Able to convert on both free throws. We get a whistle and a timeout for Houston. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Paul. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Russell Westbrook rocking the rim.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Cleaning the offensive glass.